Alrighty. So things we've learned: don't melee the big guys. Don't waste ammo on them. Not those big guys. I'm talking about the other big guys. Oh. Okay. I see how this is. I'm picking up what you're putting down. You just want me to shoot you. Why else would you be laying here? I wonder if I can shoot it while it's laying there. Nope. What the? Oof! You're taking a lot more hits than I expected you to. No! I swear to God, if that door behind it is broken, I'm going to be pissed. Come on, go. Okay, good. Ooh, handgun bullets. Oh. Shelves are covered with file folders and boring books. There's no useful information as far as I can tell. It's a lap blanket. I don't think I need it, but I don't think I'll need it. I'm not cold. I got a cassette tape. There are a bunch of papers in this file. I get the feeling that it's a handwritten copy of some book. Represents the deity known as the Halo of the Sun. In heraldry, symbolizes a religious group. The two outer circles are charity and resurrection. The three inner circles are present, past, and future. Usually drawn in red, occasionally drawn in black or other colors, but blue reverses the meaning into a curse on God and is therefore forbidden. But don't write it in blue, huh? And a bed. Okie dokie. The body deflated. listening to excessively loud music. And their stupid, excessively loud car. Oh. There's a picture here of an angel flying into the heavens. Nothing special. I get the feeling there's something behind this picture, though. The girl's cries and footsteps disappeared beyond it, after all. Will you move the picture of the angel? Let's go back right quick. Saint Jennifer, unwavering faith under the death's blade. Saint Alessa, Mother of God, Daughter of God. This picture, that's me, holding the baby. And I'm the baby being held. The me that wanted death and disappeared with God 17 years ago. And the me here and now that sought life. Saint Nicholas, miraculous, whatever, miraculous hands and a doctor of God. I'm having trouble speaking, speakulating. The circle means reincarnation. That's what it said on that paper back there. So death isn't the end. Pretty good deal if you ask me. Thanks to reincarnation, I died as Alessa, but I'm still living as myself. But you know, just the thought of it is starting to turn my stomach. It's a giant save point. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Clonk, clonk. Now we can take the obvious right path. Argle bargle. Oh. Ow. Asshole. Oh, fuck. Oh, come on. Broken. 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 Ow. Broken. I'm low on health again. There's a book on Taro here. Taro is based on the 22 Hebrew consonants and is said to represent the entire world. Each card, numbered 0 through 21, has a particular meaning. By reading these cards, fortune tellers predict the future. For example, the first card, the Magician, signifies creation, wisdom, beginnings, or destruction, and fraud. The second card, the High Priestess, denotes intuition, harmony, faith, or dogmatism and arrogance. According to some texts, the Gardner deck had more than 22 cards. The Gardner deck does not exist today and is mentioned only in the literature. It is said that these extra cards were based on the lost Hebrew vowels and denoted an otherworldly transcendental existence. God. How low on health am I? There's a sheet of paper here, but it's blank. I got the Moon Tarot card. The Moon. No.
Hiya, Heather.
You show up everywhere, don't you?
You make me sound like some kind of unwanted pest.
'Cause you are.
Well, who are you anyway?
Haven't you realized that yet?
Yeah, you're on Claudia's side.
I told you not to put me in the same category as that mad woman.
Well, you're pretty loony yourself.
It's true. We believe in the same God. But I'm quite sane.
So why did you help me out then? Was that also part of trying to resurrect God?
It's not uncommon for people to worship the same God and still disagree.
True.
God? Are you sure you don't mean devil?
Whichever you like. The point is that now I really am on your side. I don't want God to be born. Wouldn't be convenient. Much too unpredictable.
So you've been using me to stop Claudia, is that it? Do your own dirty work.
My dirty work? I think we both had our own interests in mind. You hate her too, don't you? You're the only one who can get it done. I don't have powers like you two. Besides, I always hated getting all hot, sweaty.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking out for myself. Everyone does it. Don't stand there looking so smug. You're the worst person in this room. You come here and enjoy spilling their blood. And listening to them cry out. You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Are you talking about the monsters?
Monsters? They look like monsters to you?
Oh no.
Don't worry. It's just a joke. By the way, I forgot to ask you. Did you get the Seal of Metatron?
What's that?
You don't have it? Leonard was carrying it.
You mean this thing?
Yes, that's it. As long as we have that, we're fine. Here, take this.
Got the book, Otherworld Laws. So does it change the name of the talisman? Nope. Still says this. Still just calls it the talisman instead of the seal of Megatron. A big old book I got from Vincent in the archives. This magic square with strong protective and dispelling properties is called the Virum 7 Crest, or the Seal of Metatron. It will bring results regardless of whether the target is good or evil. Its strength, therefore, places a very high burden on the caster, as it is not also difficult to control, it is not usually used. This is why it bears the name Metatron, or Metraton, after the angel Metatron. Metraton. Okay, also known as the Agent of God. Oh boy. Our status is all screwed up again. His books look like real mind benders. Think I'll leave them all alone for now. Silent Hill's Ancient Gods, a study of their etymology and evolution. What a mouthful. There is no religion that has remained unchanged from the moment it was founded. This one is no exception. When this religion fell into the hands of immigrants, it was deeply influenced by their own original Christian beliefs. For example, the traditional representatives of these primal gods may be given the names and descriptions of Christian angels. Thus, shared characteristics begin to pair. There is also one rare example of the chief deity, creator of paradise or lord of serpents and reeds, being dubbed with the demon's name. Of course, this was not done by believers, but by their opponents. Ready? So, is this it? Damn it. Screw you, buddy. Interesting. There's a musty diary on the bed. This writing. Is this Dad's diary? Why would it be here? I sometimes have a sense even now that the girl is a reincarnation of Alessa. I don't worry about it much now. That's all forgiven. You were unloved, Cheryl. Or was that Alessa? Now Cheryl is Alessa again. No matter whose reincarnation she may have been, that girl was my most beloved treasure. But that name was a mistake. At the time, I thought of her only as a replacement for my lost Cheryl. When she knows the truth, will she feel bad? That's what worries me. Thanks, Dad. That was a lesson after all. But I do have just a trace of one more memory left. I haven't forgotten my sweet and gentle mother. Stun gun batteries. The bookshelf and the books are all the same as my dad. Let's see. What? Was I just hit by something that wasn't there? Shotgun shells. The door's open. Inside, there's someone wrapped in a bag. Maybe, no. They're definitely dead. Walking on the ceiling again. So is that all that's over here? Is just some shotgun shells? I mean, not that that's a bad thing, but I'm also low on health now. Broken. Hard. That's not a thing I can interact with. Broken. Oh god. Let's come back in here. Broken. Ow. Oh, fuck. Ow. This game's making me want to cry. Ugh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Hi, Valtiel. And, Alyssa and Cheryl. So, in a way, my former incarnations are stuck in hell. There's something stuck in this book. I got the full tarot card. This book. I feel like I have to read it, but at the same time I don't want to. Aglaophados. Red liquid or crystals resembling blood. According to the Kabbalah, the name is taken from an herb with the power to dispel evil spirits. It is said to grow in Arabian deserts. It may be vaporized or applied as a poultice to guard against demons. It is powerful, but as it is rare, it is extremely difficult to obtain. Handgun bullets. Looks like there's some kind of drug here, but there's just a name on the label. No description or anything. It's too risky. Never mind. Ampule. That would be useful. A picture of me when I was 7. I look bored and sad. Well, of course I do. I always like I was always like that back then. 24 years ago, Dahlia used me to summon God. God was in my womb, but I couldn't deliver her. Then I was shut up here in this hospital room. I stayed here until Dad helped me out when I was 14. God ate away at me from within, driving me mad with suffering. There, I was wishing I could just die and be done with it. But I went on living that nightmare for 7 years. Looking at this bed just reminds me of those awful days. And I don't want to remember them, because I'm not Alessa anymore. But Alessa is still me. I'm really not trying to deny it or anything. Oh, crap. No. This is literally like running a gauntlet at this point. Yeah. It's this room from Silent Hill 1, only, you know, on a PlayStation 2. I used to take these dolls with me when I went to bed. Scarlet and... damn, I forgot the other one's name. In fact, I don't even know which one is Scarlet. These are playing cards on the floor I used to play a lot. Remember little Claudia always had a hard time winning. That made her cry. There... oh. Kinda. Some sort of landscape? What is it from again? It doesn't matter. No, it wasn't me. Alessa wrote this a long time ago. That chapel altar. It wasn't that one beautiful chapel. It was some other altar somewhere else. I got a brass key. A memo book. Something's written inside. She's just beyond this door. I don't know how, but I can sense it. But she's not the only one here. I sense the presence of something extremely dangerous, even sickening, or maybe what they call God. Nevertheless, I will open the door. Enough of this idle chit-chat. God, I'm not, but I fully intend to save her. No, them. Last entry was written some 17 years ago. Looks like Dad wrote this, too. This is my sketchbook from 17 years ago. On the front cover here is a picture of Dad. Really awful work. What's this doing here? The moon, the hanged man. Assume the one on the left is the fool. That thing in the center is the other tarot card I got. I'm sure this is probably for the puzzle, which is, yeah, right in front of me. My clothes from when I was 7, they don't fit me now. Good thing, too. Yeah, they're pretty frumpy clothes. This is a closet, it's meaningless to me. I have time to wax nostalgic over these old clothes. The scribblings on the floor here is Alessa's. For some reason, she always drew monsters like this when she was alone. She used to draw them with Claudia, too. Nice daddy and mommy and a fun school. A happy world where everyone smiled and laughed all day long. In short, everything we never had. Shelves are jammed with books. The top shelf has books on religious teachings and textbooks. Serious stuff. The other 2 shelves are full of fairy tale books like Oz and Alice. Here's Mother Goose and Cinderella. I used to love these. It's locked. Let's see. Moon. And... ooh. So I'm missing, like, what? 5 cards? Jesus. Is there a door I missed? Can't tell if that's scratched out or if that's like a locked door. Oh dear. I have this key. Well, I'm gonna have a long way to run back. Fuck. Oh, god damn it. This place is awful. Everything is awful. Okay, yeah, you're taking me up. Through this door? Yes. This way? This way? Oh, fuck! Oh god, no. Well, what am I supposed to do about that? Oh, really Riley over there now. But that's the only way over there. Arg! No. Oh, okay. I can get through now. Don't think I was able to do that before. I'm on the other side with this thing now. Whatever it is. Oh no, I'm not on this side. Oh, I think it's Voltiel. I think. Now it's the school. It's a handout with our classroom's resolutions written on it. Doesn't say anything about abandoning your friends or scribbling on the desks. What a tiny chair. I can't sit in it anymore. Thank God. Go home, drop dead, thief. Used to be Alessa's desk. I mean, this was my desk once upon a time. There's a ratty old notebook on the podium. Oops. And there's a letter stuck in here too. Let's see. There's a girl named Alessa in my class. If your memory is any good, you may remember her. She's the one I said they called Witch. Most likely her mother is abusing her. I'd never seen her come in without some sort of scrape or bruise. Her expression is pitifully dark for a 6-year-old. Something like this may not be so uncommon. Rather than coming up with pointless ideas, it's best just to watch and wait. But isn't there something I can do to help? I'm considering consulting a lawyer, but I do have my reservations. That's why I thought I'd ask you, my friend, for your opinion first. Kay Gordon. There's a map here, but I don't need to take it with me. Don't get up. What are these letters? No, maybe a bunch of suggestions? People are starting to voice their dissatisfaction about Father Vincent's use of the organization's money for his own personal benefit. I've also heard rumors that Father Vincent has been extorting donations from some followers. Is he really the right person for such a position? I'm in no place to deny all he's done to make the organization grow. Even though we believe in God, if we were some sort of gathering, shouldn't we be valued not for our limited talents or our talkativeness, but for the depth of our faith? LS. There's a tape deck here, it's perfectly usable.
Do you know about what happened here 17 years ago? You've been here a long time. You must have heard some details.
A group of pagans, blinded by earthly desires, spit in the very face of God. They tried to use the seal of Metatron to prevent God's awakening. But God drove the unbelievers away and threw them into the abyss. But due to their wickedness, God was unable to be born properly. And so, she has slumbered ever since, in the womb of the Holy Mother, until the time of the awakening. That's all that I know.
That's it, huh? Well, thanks.
Father Vincent, I heard that the Holy Mother has been found. Is it true?
Alessa has been found? Did Claudia say that?
Yes.
Then it must be true. Her sight rarely fails her.
Bless the Lord.
Maybe it's because of her great faith. But I could never be like her. I wouldn't want to.
Nor I. The truth is, Sister Claudia frightens me a little.
Well now, let's both show our faith by forgetting about this little talk, okay?
Yes, but does that mean this land will finally be the home of eternal paradise?
If God wills it, my sister. If God wills it.
Father Vincent, huh? There's a bunch of books here, nothing particularly interesting. Maybe health items in here, med kits, something. Oh yeah, tarot cards. Look for those too. Oh my god. High Priestess Tarot card. It's just a candle. The name Claudia Wolf is written very small on the cover. Looks like this is her diary. November 10th. She didn't die then, she was born. I knew that for a fact. But then why haven't I found her yet? They were supposed to need her power to build paradise for the happiness of the people. She was supposed to be reborn for that. I'd really like to see her. November 14th. Read the Book of Praise. I want to thank Father for lending me such an invaluable book. I found what I had been searching for in there, how to awaken God, but it's much too cruel. Will I be able to pull it off when I see her? November 16th. I was free all day, so I read A Modern History of Refugees and Young Slaves, Child Exploitation. I don't want to be a mere bystander in this world. I can't do anything now, though. And that's what's hard. There's an old birthday card on the desk. So she was still hanging on to this. Little Claudia, happy 6th birthday. I love you as if you were my real sister. Here's to you. I think the only card I'm missing is the Hanged Man. Just like her. Yeah, I'm missing the Hanged Man card. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nope. Oh, you asshole. Yep, doesn't look like there's anything in here, and I'm just wasting time and health. Well, it brings back memories, but not very pleasant ones. So where is the Hanged Man card? These are cult scriptures. They don't look worth reading. Nothing in there. There's nothing I can do with the organ. I don't know how to play it anyway. Somehow I remember the stained glass. It shows God and the man and the woman who birthed her. I used to come to this chapel all the time when I was a little girl. I came to worship God and to ask for my prayers to be answered. But it wasn't exactly me. It was actually Alessa when she was a little girl. But anyway, none of my prayers were ever answered. See any cards over here? Everything's going wrong. Like save scumming. Like nobody's business now. Something I probably should have done earlier. Alright. Whew! Didn't take damage. Nice. Okay, there's nothing in here, right? No. Nope. Oh god, what's happening now? This was the library. Doesn't look like there's any borrow cards in here. We're almost up on the end of this video. And I guess it can't hurt to just continue for a little bit longer. Man, this is terrible. Found it! Yay! Huzzah! Okay, so we need to get back to the bedroom. Here I was hoping to be able to get by them again without getting hit. No, that would have been too easy. Try to engage everything as little as humanly possible. Okay, we're still got decent health. Alright, so let's see. This is High Priestess, goes there, and Hanged Man goes there.
What do I want? Well, for the two of you to die, that would be nice. Then I could relax.
When did you stop believing in God? God lives. Just look around you.
But I do believe in her. In my own way. I fear her, and I adore her. But I haven't lost my mind like you. You think that this is the work of God? Isn't this all nothing more than your own personal nightmare? Just like Alessa 17 years ago? If this really is the work of God, then I'd say she has lousy taste.
Something we can agree on.
You mock God? Traitor. You will go to hell.
Not that again! Who do you think you are, claiming to know God's will?
Go home, Vincent.
Home. This church is my home. I built it with my power. The power of money that you view with such scorn. Although I admit that this atrocious scenery is all yours.
If you continue to get in my way,
Then you'll kill me? Well. Well. The guest of honor has arrived. Let's get this party started. Heather, go ahead and kill this crazy bitch. This demon who claims to speak for God. The time has come. You can kill her now.
you'll go to hell!
What did you do?
Nothing important.
You're not going to run? I guess this is the end.
No, the beginning. As Vincent said, the time has come. Alessa, I'm saddened that you didn't agree to this on your own. But I thank you for nurturing God with all the hate in your heart. It's time for mankind to be released from the shackles of sin which bind them.
But a god born from hatred can never create a perfect paradise.
Happy people can be so cruel. Is it so hard to believe that sympathy could be born out of pain and suffering? Why do you reject God's mercy? Why do you cling to this corrupt world? You know that only God can save us.
And save you too? Happy ending? I'd rather go to hell.
No, I don't expect to be saved. And that's fine. Alessa, my dearest. For the pain that I've caused you, I deserve no mercy. even if it was to save mankind. It was too deep a sin. It was hubris for me to try to hasten the day of her arrival. Sacrifices were made. And those are my sins.
If you feel so guilty about it, why don't you go to hell? Heather, use the seal.
Vincent? The seal of Metatron?
Now your stupid dream is over.
Oh, that's just a piece of junk. What do you think you can do with that? Do you really think it can kill God? I'm sorry to see you fell for my father's foolishness.
What?
You're pathetic. But God loves even you. Now, Alessa, there's nowhere else to run. Just accept it, Alessa. The pain will disappear. I've been waiting so long for this. Even as a child, I knew I would see the coming of this day. I knew I would be a witness to it. Judgment Day. Alessa?
Shut your stinking mouth, bitch!
Actually,
What are you doing?
Dad.
She is nearly here. Alessa, what have you done? What did you swallow? What is this?
Looks like God didn't make it.
Stop! God is...
Claudia!
you fucking weirdo.
Lessa, you cannot kill God. I will burn God. If you can't do it, Alessa, I will.
Claudia!
Yoink!
Can't be dead. I was gonna kill you. This is God?
Oof! Oof! Oof. Now we know we're at the end of the game. Oh, wait. Oops. Oh, you fucking bitch. I don't think that did anything. Oh boy. This is gonna be a problem, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Oh. dodge that. Ow. Well, I ran out of ammo. Cool.
Is that the end? I guess it's time to roll the credits.
So, that right there, where she looks back, there's supposed to be a baby cry, but apparently it's like some bug or something like that, or it was cut out. But there was supposed to be a baby cry there, and that's what Heather is reacting to whenever she looks back.
Heather, is it really over?
Not yet. You're still alive.
Heather, what Heather?
Oh! joke.
You've got terrible
I'm
taste.
sorry.
Heather, did
You
you...
don't have to call me that. I'm not hiding anymore.
Want me to use your real name? What was it again?
Sure.
Cheryl. The name my father gave me.
You gonna let your hair color go back too?
I don't know. Don't you think blondes have more fun?
Spoke of tortured souls, so outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. He refused to give in to the town that takes all. Survive. You must have the will. This movie doesn't end the way we want all the time. Then he shouts at the moon, she's gone, and fear has overcome. He was walking the mile. He was walking alone. So outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. He refused to give in to the town that takes all. Survive. You must have the will. This movie doesn't end the way we want all the time. When he shouts at the moon, she's gone, and fear has overcome. He was walking the mile. He was walking alone. 420 dead birds, they bleed upon the nest. There was no time for reasons. They had no sign of the threat. Now it's too late for me. This town will eventually take me. Too late for me. This town will win. Through this fog they came.
The person who played Heather was named Heather.
The rest of the bar laughed at him. Only I felt what I owed him. They found him dead the very next day. No more stories from him, I heard him say. We blamed bad luck for his fate. Only I felt terror so great. She and he will know that someday
either a lot of items or didn't get enough. Either way, I apparently did a really good job on it. I killed Leonard in record time. And I killed God in record time. Beam Saber! Happy birthday. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so that's the end of Silent Hill 3. So, a lot harder than I remember it being. So, Silent Hill 1 and 2, if you've, assuming you've watched, you know, I mean, I know some of you have, but I know there's other people that watch. But, yeah, Silent Hill 1 and 2, I had loads of items, loads of health, and all that. And didn't really run away from that many enemies in either Silent 1 or 2. This game is definitely a lot more in the survival horror gameplay-wise. It doesn't give you a lot of ammo, it doesn't give you a lot of health, and it throws lots of enemies at you. And now I do actually remember, because I beat this game twice whenever I had it way back when. I played through, got the normal ending, and which is the only ending you can get in this game, if I remember correctly. The first time you play through, there's only one ending you can get, and after that you can get one of the other two endings. One ending being Possessed, where you run around and basically try to kill everything as much as possible. And that's actually a hard ending to get because, well, look at the gameplay. The enemies are hard to fight in melee, and it doesn't give you a lot of ammo and health to fight with. So, yeah, that's a real pain in the butt. Either way, I still do quite enjoy it, even though the combat for some of that was getting a little frustrating. But I think that was kind of me. I kind of put that more on myself, because I think whenever I played this game way back when, I sort of more realized that it wasn't like Silent Hill 1 or 2, where you had a lot of stuff. And I did a lot of running. Anyway, that's it for that. From here, I'm probably not going to move on to Silent Hill 4. For one thing, I never actually beat Silent Hill 4, which would probably be a reason to go and do that, but not going to do that, at least not right now. There are other things I want to move on to, such as Fatal Frame 1 and 2, and maybe 3 for that as well. Because those games are the games I really enjoyed as far as horror games go. So, look forward to that. Anyways, that's all for Silent Hill 3. Bye-bye!